Hi, I'm Tony Sanders, and I'm going to teach you how to connect a webcam to your teacher desktop so you can be on Zoom and use your Active Inspire whiteboard and flip charts at the same time. So let's get going. Okay, because I like to use my whiteboard a lot, and I want to have a clear voice that's communicating with my students who are attending class virtually, I have a headset with a mic. And this unit is a Logitech, and it's easy enough, fits on my head nice and comfortably, and it has a USB that I attach to my teacher desktop or to my hub, and then I'm ready to go. Students in the classroom can hear me clearly, and I can be turning and working on the board, and everyone will have a record of what's going on. Okay, this is a webcam that has one extra special feature that you might want to use, especially if you're going to be clamping it to the back of your screen. And I'll show you how that works. This is a Logitech webcam, and the special feature is right here. It has this ability to open up, and then what we'll be able to do is hang it over the edge of the desktop, just like that. So now we have the camera set up over my screen. The next thing to do is simply plug it in. All right, as you can see, I've just hung it over the edge. There's a clamp here, and I could change the angle at which the camera is looking down. There's a little bit of a swivel here, so I can move the camera back and forth, and I can also change the angle there. But this sits securely on top, and then if I'm sitting in front of the computer, then I'm all set. I'll show you some other features and some other ideas in a minute, but let's finish with this. The connector for the camera is a standard USB, and on your desktop there should be perhaps a spot in the back where you can connect it, such as here if that's possible, or probably just as convenient is to connect it on the side. Okay, so now we're looking at the side of the monitor itself, and there are two USB outlets, so I'm going to just connect the webcam right here, and that's it. The webcam is now ready to go, and when you bring up Zoom, it will recognize this camera. And this, as I said, is a Logitech, so I'll show you later on how to spot it and how to use it. Okay, so I've shown you the basic way to connect a webcam to your teacher desktop and plug it in, but what if you want to get a little more fancy? What if you don't want the camera just to be staring at you while you're sitting in your chair in front of your screen? Well, all you need to do then is add a few things like a tripod, which can be moved, and here's another webcam on a tripod. And then you just need a USB cable that's a little bit longer so you can plug in, again, to your teacher desktop. Well, what do you do if your USB connectors are all filled up? Well, easy enough. Get yourself a hub. Now this hub is a little better because, first of all, it's got some electric current right here, so it's a powered USB, and it accommodates 4 separate USB connections. So that's one way to get around the issue of not having any connectors on your teacher desktop that are open. Okay, so here's my USB hub, and the cable's not really long enough. I want to keep this on the floor out of the way because it's a lot of wires. So what I did is I got myself a USB extender. So this has one end is the typical male, and then the other end is the female, so that I can connect this hub to this longer extension and then plug the extension into the side of my monitor. Okay, so here's my USB hub. Here's the piece that's going to go in. I'm going to plug these two together, and then I'm going to take the other end and plug it into the monitor. Okay, so I've plugged in the USB hub into my extension cable, and now I have the other end, which looks like the regular old USB, and I'm going to plug it into the side of my monitor. So I'll just walk around, find the spot, which is right here, and plug it in. And now I'm ready with more than one camera if I want, or my other USB items that I might need are also plugged in. All right, I said I would talk to you about using a webcam on a tripod, and the reason you might want to do that is so instead of getting trapped at your desk, you could extend the distance and place a webcam a little bit away from you so that, of course I'm shooting with a camera, so that I could be sitting here and the camera over there is capturing me as I talk to my students while I sit at my desk. Now, I said I like to move around the room and I like to use my whiteboard a lot, so I've got my headset on and I'll do that. But I have also been known to go over to this spot and sit here. And so I set up a webcam so that I could be capturing what I'm doing at this other location in the classroom. The reason is, essentially, I want my students to see that I'm actively working while they're working. And that way, I think it makes better for student participation. Now, as you can see, I'm actually using the camera that's off to the side, but I'm recording it here on my screen so you can see what's going on. And this is just another aspect of being able to create a classroom environment for students while they're working with you remotely. So, I said I would talk to you about the different cameras, so let's take a look and see if this will work easily enough. All right, so what I can do is I can go here where it says Stop Video, and you'll see I have Select a Camera to switch. So I can switch from, right now I only have two of them plugged in. I have my document camera, and so I'm going to switch to that, and there it is, looking down at my desk on the other side where there's some Kleenex, a glass, and a stats book. I can then go back in here and choose the webcam again. I could have another webcam, or 3 or 4, and all of them would show up here on the list, which is taking a moment to come up. So I might have 3 or 4 different cameras listed here, and then I'd be able to move around the room with the cameras so students could see what's going on. And then for the headset, I would be able to choose either my wireless headset or the microphone in the webcam, but I find the wireless headset is much better, much superior. Okay, I think that covers it, and what I hope is that you have gotten enough information so that you can set up your room the way you'd like so that you can inspire your students to succeed. See you online.